Hi everyone, my name is Matthias Campos and welcome to the Planarians Club. Today, as my first video, we will talk about how to get over your ex-girlfriend. So, as I said, today is my first video for YouTube, so I have to give you guys an introduction of who I am and what I want to do in this channel. So let's begin. As I said, my name is Matthias Campos. I'm just a kid and I live in Portugal, that is a little country in Europe. I decided to create a YouTube channel because I believe that I have a vision of the world very different than most people of my age in my country. I see things in a way, and then when I try to explain to the other people, they say I'm crazy, and they say I don't think about much things, and it's all from TikTok, it's all from YouTube or Instagram. So I created this channel not with the purpose to be my personal diary. No, I want to create a community of people who think like me so I can learn and teach you, learn from you and teach you to how to be a better man, right? Not only about finances or about the world, but personally. Because I believe that we men we have a big problem talking about our emotions, and that's why I'm making this video. That's why my first video ever to the YouTube is going to be about relationships. More exactly, how can you forget your ex-girlfriend? Because I've been in relationships before, right? My friends have been in relationships, people next to me, and all of us have a different way to approach it. Now I'm gonna say what I did and what I wish I would have done to be over this relationship sooner. I believe that once I entered this relationship, I was a fragile person. I was 14 years old, and that was the first girl that I really cared about, that I really liked. So I put in effort, and everything I did in during the relationship was for her. I never cared about myself. So every time she wanted something, I would give it to her, but otherwise would not happen. And that is the first mistake that I see many people doing it. We have to be our own first priority, not anyone else. I believe that the only case we can put ourselves in second place is when we get a son or a daughter. I don't know, I'm not a father yet, but I'm pretty sure that today, once I know I'm a father, I'm gonna say, you are the person that I love most in the world. It's not myself anymore, it's you. So, when you try to get over an ex girlfriend, right, the first thing you need to do is unfollow her on everything you can. Delete her contact and follow her on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, on everything that you follow her. You gotta stop it right now. And this is for two reasons. So, first of all, imagine in 3 months, you and your her friends are looking in Instagram for guys. You know, oh yeah, I think you should date this one or something, and then they will see that you still follow her. There is a piece of advice, a piece of evidence that they need to say you are weak. When the first thing you do after a breakup is unfollow her, shows her that you don't care. You're a man, right? Once you break up, you don't have any connection to her, so you won't follow her. And that is your first biggest step. The second one is delete all photos and videos you have. Does not matter how much it takes. And again, you have to do this for two reasons. The first reason is if a person is using your cell phone and realize that you still have photos of your ex-girlfriend in your gallery, they're gonna think you're weak. And the second one is to not allow yourself to see her anymore. If you're in school, of course you're gonna have to see her, right? And when you both are crossing eyes in the hall, you immediately look to somewhere else. And this is a very important advice, right? Stop being connection with her. Don't talk to her. Don't look at her. Imagine, pretend like she does not even exist. She's no one in your life right now, right? You're a single man. You're young, so you don't care about her. And that is the first step you gotta take. You gotta eliminate her from your life because she belonged there when you guys dated, but right now, after the breakup, she does not anymore. So block her, unfollow her, delete all the photos, stop using her shit, do everything that is possible to ignore her existence. Don't be a fucking fool. Be a man. Second, second step is talk to someone, right? And I'm not saying that you should talk to someone about your feelings or about how she makes you feel good. No. So let's pretend that you guys break up at 2 a.m. 2 p.m. Let's be right. By 3 p.m., you have made already the first step. You unfollow her, you blocked her, and you delete all the photos. So before this end days, you still got yourself 9 hours. So in these 9 hours, you should talk to someone. Don't isolate yourself. I'm not saying that you should go to your dad and say, "Oh, me and Samantha we broke up" or something. No, that's stupid. All right. What you should do is, I don't know, call one of your friends and say, "Hey, you good? Can we play? Or can I call you? You already called, but talk to them about anything but your relationship. It's very important once you break up that you have someone to talk. Because if you be alone, you're gonna overthink, and that is a big mistake. We guys, we and everyone else, we shouldn't overthink because once you do, we make the wrong decisions. My personal opinion is that it's better to do decisions in the heat of the moment than when we are already calmed down. So after a breakup, if you're angry, if you're sad, if you're happy, if you are anything, act right now. Make a decision. Don't wait until you cool off and start thinking about any other things. No, do right now. Block her. Go talk to someone else. Yell. Go run. Go play video games. But don't do any of this alone. So that's step number two. You can't isolate yourself. You gotta talk to others. You gotta be in contact with your mom, maybe, or even if you have dogs, if you have a cat, well, be with them. Don't be alone. That's a second step. The third is enjoy yourself. I'm not talking about jerking off, of course. That's stupid as well. But when was the last time that were just that you were alone, alone, truly alone, with no cell phones, with no computer, with no PlayStation, with not a book, with nothing. It was just you and your thoughts. When? You probably don't know. Us teenagers from nowadays, we are always thinking that we have to be doing something. We can't stop. We are either scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or playing video games or studying or taking a walk or taking a shower or everything. No. Try this yourself. And I'm being serious. Sit down. Fuck. Sit down. Grab a piece of paper and write what you think. Say, so, today me and we broke up, and I feel that it wasn't my fault because I did this and did that, and I don't know, but blah, 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 blah. And once you notice, once you realize, it's gonna pass like a half an hour because you have a lot of things here inside that you don't share with anyone, and that are the type of things that you should share with yourself. So enjoy it, enjoy yourself, do something alone. And I think this might be controversial or the second step, but it's different because the second step, you're gonna be with someone before the day ends. All right, so remember, from 3 p.m. to midnight is 9 hours. In these 9 hours, you have to talk to someone, but then you go sleep. You wake up the next morning. What you gonna do? You're gonna call your friend again and do this every day for the whole year until you find out a new girlfriend? Of course not. You're gonna be simple, all right? You wake up, let's say at 7. You're gonna eat breakfast, brush your teeth, I don't know. Maybe go to school, and then once you're home, you have nothing to do. You're gonna sit down. I don't know. You can either do what I said about writing, or you can, for example, put the AirPods, all right, and listen to music. But just lay in your chair. Close your eyes and think a little bit. All right. So I broke up with my girlfriend. What should I do now to enjoy myself? What can I do? Who I am now? That is some of the questions you've got to ask yourself. And that's step 3. Step 4, I believe, is controversial, but it's true. After a breakup, you have to have you have to involve yourself with someone else in the next 30 days. You've got a whole month. Let's say you're 60. I'm not saying to get late. I'm saying go to a club and kiss a girl, maybe 2 or 3. That helps, believe me. You gotta take action. You can't stop. Okay? So, once you guys break up, it's gonna hurt. And that pain, there is 2 ways you can get rid of that pain. The first one is get back to her, which is the biggest mistake you can ever do. Never date someone you ever dated before. That's so stupid, especially when you guys are teenagers. Because we teenagers, we don't know shit about life. The only thing we know is I loved that guy for 3 weeks and now we broke up. Love another guy. Alright? Go to a club, kiss someone, go in the street, go on a date, talk to someone in Instagram. You've got yourself 30 days to kiss another person. Of course, if you are older, maybe in your 30s, the shit you gotta do it in a week. Because if you're still dating on your 30s, you gotta get back to the action. The pen is always dropping. You gotta be back in the action, like quick. Never stop. Always do something. Especially about girls. Because I don't know in the other countries, I'm gonna talk about mine. Girls are quite easy. They only want 3 things: money. And teenagers, we don't really care about money. And then only 2 things are left. They want someone who take care of them and someone who know how to do the things. So if I had to choose one, I would say you better do the things right, right? Because care, you don't need to. You can just make out with someone in a party, the next day make out with another person. Don't date, just enjoy. There it is. You're being enjoying yourself with other persons, with other people. All right. So, step number four is get back to the action. Don't stop. And I'm being serious. Because once you stop, you'll overthink and you're gonna make a bad fucking decision. So don't ever stop. These four steps are in a short term. In the month, you gotta do it all of them. But then we got long term. And I believe that you gotta find yourself a new hobby. Why? Because when you're dating, your girlfriend, she she was a part of your life, right? And once you guys break up, you gotta find something to fill the hole that she left. And that's why you should find a new hobby. Find something new to do. Maybe painting, maybe writing, maybe, I don't know, fighting, go to the gym, do something, but something that will improve yourself, right? Either the intellectual side or the physical side. You gotta do something that's going to improve yourself and help you to become a better person. So let's imagine that you are fat. You are a fat ass, right? You broke up with your girlfriend. You're angry. That's perfect. Keep your angry inside of you and use it to train, to become fitter. To once your ex-girlfriend see you again, she's gonna see you a completely different person, and she's gonna think, what have I missed? So if you're angry, if you're like if you wanted to do something, I think that new hobby should be a sport. Maybe kickboxing, for example, or gym, or even boxing. I don't know, sport, especially martial arts. But let's imagine that the hole she left is here. Maybe you are so sad, you're not angry, you're sad. And that's when you should find an intellectual hobby. I would say read. I'm not a person who reads that much. I'm gonna tell you. I have must. Probably I only read like 10 books in my whole life. That's less than one per year. It's almost 2 books per year. No, 2 books. No, it's one book for 2 years. Half a book per year. So it can be reading, it can be writing. I think writing is also a big hobby that many people don't realize that. When you write about your thoughts, about your view in the world, about, I don't know, how you saw a woman get drive by, I don't know, anything. All right, come home. You see, I don't know. Let's pretend that you are walking the street and you see a fight between two guys. One of them is getting punched. He's in the ground and he's getting punched and kicked. And he picks up a knife and kills the other guy. You see this happening in front of you. Right. Pick up a piece of paper again. So, today I saw two men fighting and one killed the other with a knife. And then you write what you think about. What's your opinion? Your thoughts? I can't believe that such a pussy had to have a knife to fight other men. I cannot believe that this kind of fight in the street always end up in the death. Write a little bit. If you were a girl, I would say paint, but you're probably a guy. If you are a girl, paint. Paint is a good one. But if you're a guy, fuck the painting, right? What the fuck are you gonna do with painting? You're gonna, I don't know, you're gonna draw a house and paint that shit. No, of course you're not gonna fucking do that. Right? Read, write, maybe do YouTube fucking videos. That's what I'm doing right now. Right? I'm talking to a camera, but this is something that I've written down. I don't know how to say it. Okay? The first long-term step is do something with your life. Don't stop. Once you stop, you're dead. And the last advice I can give you is is a long term, but it begins in the moment you guys break up. I have a theory that a man should be the best boyfriend ever. We should really put in the effort and be the best we can be. Give gifts, say we love her, say how pretty she looks, everything. But once we break up, you're going to be the worst ex ever. And here's why. I've seen many people, uh, many ex talking to each other after the break. Oh, I just want to make sure you were good, because I know that you cry a lot or something, and I just wanted to make sure that you were handling this in the right way. You're not going to do that. You're not gonna ever talk to this person again. That's the whole point, is ignore her. Is prove to her that she is not important anymore. That's your biggest step. So, how can you be a bad ex? First, ignoring her totally in school. Don't look at her. Pretend she doesn't exist. Do everything that is not connection with her. Everything. And the second is, let's imagine that she still following. You unfollow her, but when you go to your followers, Samantha is always there. That's a hell of advantage. You're gonna go out with the girl and you're gonna post a story with that girl, especially for Samantha. Because once you do this, you're gonna prove yourself. You are better than her. And I know that many people are gonna say, "Oh, but if you have to post a story, it means that you didn't get. It means you're not over it." Yeah, maybe you're not. All right, but you're gonna prove that bitch that you are way better without her. Way better. I'm not saying that every time you go out to the girl, you're post a story. No. What I'm saying is, if you notice that she still follows you, you're gonna post a story with a girl, a cute one. I don't know, in the movies or something, in the mall. I don't know. You can choose, right? And then you're gonna start to talking about that girl with your friends a little bit, because I know a thing from high schools is things, news, everything you talk to your friends, and everything you talk to your teacher, and everything you talk to everyone else in school is going to be shared with everyone else in school. So, say, oh yeah, I went on a date with, I don't know, said Samantha, I went on a date with Emily. Yeah, it was so cool. We went to the movies. Yeah, we kissed, of course. I paid her dinner, and then I took her home because I'm a gentleman. You're gonna start the same, and then I'm gonna say to your teacher as well. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry because I was with the girl and I forgot to do the homework. I'm so sorry. And these simple words, these simple words, is going to make everyone else think you're better than her, and there is a slight chance that people will tell her that you're going out. And that is the point. You know you won the breakup. Because this is the real thing. There are people who lose breakups and people who win. And your goal is to win the breakup at every cost. Don't be a fucking pussy. Right? So, let's make a summary of the video. First of all, you're gonna unfollow her everywhere you can. Delete the photos, block her, everything. Second, you're going to talk to someone. Right? Don't isolate yourself in the first 24 hours. Be with someone, go drink a couple of coffees, go drink a beer with your friends. Don't be alone. Third step is enjoy yourself a little bit. Do things alone. Right? Don't, because you don't need other people to be happy. That's a fact. You don't need your friends. You don't need a girlfriend. You don't need your parents. You don't need your sister, your family. Doesn't matter. You can be happy alone. And that is a hard thing to know, to learn. But we're getting there. You're going to enjoy yourself. And then in the next 30 days, you got to involve yourself with someone. Doesn't matter if a boy, for girl, anything. You can choose. I don't care. But with someone. If you're younger, a kiss is more than enough. Because you're not gonna get laid with that face, I promise you. A kiss is enough. But with song and all those scraps, you're not gonna just. That's stupid. Right? Make out. That's advice. I'm gonna change it. Make out with someone new. Or, alright, doesn't need to be new. Make out with someone that is not your ex. If you can, if you have the chance to do this with one of her friends, this is a big important advice. If you have the chance to make out with your ex friends, do it. Don't think about it. Maybe the ugliest bitch in the world. Make out with them. Doesn't matter. And this is the short terms. Long terms. Find a new hobby. If you're angry with a breakup, physically hobby, especially martial arts. But if you're sad with a breakup, an intellectual one, especially writing and reading. And the worst and best advice I can ever give you about breakups is be the worst ex ever. If you used to treat her like a queen, you're gonna treat her like a fucking dog now. Very important. All of this is meant to you to get over your ex-girlfriend. And after, if you do everything that I said, and I mean everything, you're still not over her. You're gonna do the fourth step of the shortcut. You're gonna make out again with somebody else, and then again, and then again, and then again, and again. This is the most important step: making out and be the worst ex ever. The other is simple, but this too is what you're gonna define you and define the winner and the loser of your relationship. Because if you think, oh, if I make out with someone, I'm going to be disrespectful. No, you're not. She's doing it as well right now. I can assure you. You think what? She's watching a fucking YouTube video about how to get over my ex? No. She's talking to other guy. And the other guy is saying that you are such a fucking asshole. And I agree with you. You are such a fucking asshole. A ugly ass asshole. A dumb ass asshole. And now you have the opportunity to be better. Improve yourself. Don't be a fucking stupid guy. Don't be a fool waiting to her to come back. Go find another woman, especially harder, smarter, and blonde. Because That is the only way that you're gonna win the breakup. The only way is to make out with people and don't care about her. Any other things are just nonsense. Every time you think about your ex-girlfriend, you're gonna come to this video and you're gonna put in this right time. It's appearing here. That is exactly now. So if you are watching this, it's because you're thinking about her. I'm gonna say two things to you. First of all, she's fucking other boys. And second, you're a pussy. Be better. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, subscribe. If you have anything to say, good or especially bad, comment about it. Share this with your friends, and most important thing, subscribe and like the video, please. I don't know when you're watching this, but we probably have, alright, but we probably have a video or two more in the channel. Thank you for watching. I am Matthias. Until next week.